Welcome back, and if this is your first time watching, my name is Brandon and I sell men's clothing on eBay. This is day 37 of the What Sold series where I show you my daily eBay sales. I'm recording this a little after 2 a.m. so if things don't quite make sense or I am talking a little bit lower, it's because it's late at night. I am trying to be a little quiet and my thoughts might not be all the way there, so thanks for bearing with me, but let's go ahead and jump into these sales. The first sale of the day was this Dixon flannel women's shirt. It wasn't one of the flannels, it was just one of the regular button-up shirts. It sold in one day for a best offer of $30 plus shipping. Sale number 2 was a Polo Ralph Lauren flannel. It wasn't a men's size small. It took 4 days to sell and it sold for a best offer of $22 plus shipping. It was pretty nice and it had elbow patches. If this was a bigger size like large or extra large, this probably would have sold in the $30 to $40 range. Sale number 3 was a Barber button-down shirt. This sold in 14 days for full price, $25 plus shipping. It wasn't a great size, men's 2XL. These Barber button-down shirts tend to sell pretty well as long as you price them in the $20 to $25 range. Even though Barber is known for their jackets and their outerwear, these shirts still sell pretty well. Sale number 4 was a Dixon flannel shirt. It was a women's small. It took 1 day to sell and it sold for full price, $40 plus shipping. Sale number 5 was a vintage M&M shirt. It was very old. It was a men's 2XL and it took a year and a half to sell and it sold for a best offer of $8 plus shipping. Like I said, it was listed a long time ago. It's really old in my inventory and I was just happy to sell it. Sale number 6 was a Duke Kahanamoko Hawaiian shirt in a men's medium. It sold in 7 months for a best offer of $30 plus shipping. Sale number 7 was a pair of Brooks Brothers seersucker shorts. They sold in 8 months for a best offer. Actually, they sold for full price, $20 plus shipping. Sale number 8 was a Rain Spooner Hawaiian shirt in a great size, men's 3XL, and it was new with tags. It took 39 days to sell and it sold for a best offer of $50 plus shipping. So number 9 was a Rourke button-down shirt. It was kind of like a lightweight flannel. It sold in 30 days for a best offer of $15 plus shipping. So number 10 was a Lululemon lightweight hoodie. It sold in 10 days for full price, $50 plus shipping. Sale number 11 was a Lululemon polo shirt. It sold in 14 days, or actually it sold in 15 days for a best offer of $10 plus shipping. I think it was missing the top 2 buttons and had a bit of wear on it. That's why it sold for so cheap. Sale number 12 was another Lululemon piece. It was a long sleeve polo shirt in a men's medium. It sold in 14 days for a best offer of $25 plus shipping. And this polo shirt and the one before it were sold to the same buyer, so I think I did save a little bit of money on the shipping. So number 13 was a Coden Docs button-up shirt. It sold in 3 months for a best offer of $15 plus shipping. I think this is my first time finding this brand and selling it. Wasn't too impressed by it, so I don't know if I'll be looking out for it anymore. So number 14 was a vintage wool sweater. It sold in a year and a half for a best offer of $7 plus shipping. Like I said, I had it for a year and a half, so I was just happy to accept any offer on it. So number 15 was a Viore quarter zip in a men's large. It took 29 days to sell and it sold for a best offer of $35 plus shipping. Viore stuff does sell really well. I was actually kind of surprised this took so long to sell. I probably had it priced just a little bit too high. I bet you if I would have just priced it $5 lower, it would have sold within a week or 2. So number 16 was a vintage Patagonia jacket in a women's size 14. It sold in 15 days for full price, $30 plus shipping. It did have quite a bit of discoloration on the front of it, and it still sold for this price and this quickly. So number 17 and the final sale of the day was an iron and resin flannel shirt in a great size, men's XL. It took 7 months to sell and it sold for a best offer of $30 plus shipping. I was really surprised that this took so long to sell. Iron and Resin is a great brand to find. I don't come across it very often, but when I do, it normally sells super quickly. I'm guessing just because it wasn't the right time of the year for a flannel shirt is what took us so long. And now that we're coming into flannel season, it sold pretty quickly. So I'm sure that's what the issue was. That's it for the sales. Let's go ahead and jump to those numbers. On October 7th, we sold 17 items for a total gross sales of $573.74, giving us an average sale price of $33.75. Pretty close to average, maybe a little bit above average. As you guys know, the selling costs and the net sales are always inaccurate, so let me go ahead and pull those up. The selling costs were a total of $167.58. The breakdown for that is $68.86 in eBay final value fees, $89.31 in shipping labels, and $9.41 in promoted listing fees. I sold 4 of my 17 items via promoted listings today. I promote all my items at 5%, and I'm happy to pay any extra fees associated with that to get the extra sales. Once we take away the selling costs as well as the taxes and fees collected by eBay away from the gross sales, that gives us our net sales of exactly $381. We still need to take away our cost of goods, which we're now using $11.11 as our average cost of goods price. And if we times that by 17 items, that gives us a total of $188.87 for the cost of the items. And if we take that away from the net sales, that gives us a net profit of $192.13. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for day 38 of the What Sold series. Peace.